Welcome to the Desert Reviews live broadcast. Today's soccer matchup is between the BRAWLEY Wildcats and the CALEXICO Bulldogs. The Wildcats record currently stands at 4-5-1 with a 1-3 league record, while the Bulldogs come in at 6-3-1 and a 3-1 league record.
And we're here at Warfield just awaiting the start of the matchup.
Go ahead and read the disclaimer and the sponsors.
Because you can't have dead air.
Read this.
So, broadcast rights to this BHU contest have been granted to the Desert Review by BRAWLEY Union High School District and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the production without the express written consent of the BRAWLEY Union High School District is prohibited. And before we get started tonight, we wanted to thank some of our sponsors. We have BRAWLEY Hearts Insurance Company, the Dom Team for Real Estate, Johnny's Burritos, and Ojeda Industries.
In Brawley's last few games, looks like we're about to get going here. Previously, they lost to Central. They defeated Southwest. They lost to Calexico and defeated Central. So they're coming into this contest 3-1 out of their last 4, with a total of 3 goals scored. And so it appears to be a bit more competitive. They may have to score a few more goals. Let's look at Calexico's last 4 games. Calexico defeated Southwest previously, defeated Central previously, Imperial, and Vincent Memorial. So they're coming in hot at 4-0. They're yet to give up a score in their last 4 games. And they've combined for 24 goals in their last 4 games, according to Max Preps.
And the Bulldogs did defeat the Wildcats earlier in the season, so let's see how it goes here today.
Oh, correct. That matchup was earlier this month, where Calexico came away with the 4-1 win.
So it looks like we're about to get started. We have the Wildcats taking the field right now.
And at this point of the season, it seems like Calexico has about 6 games left. So both teams have ample time to make a move here down the stretch of the season. Okay, both teams here now getting into position.
Looks like the Bulldogs will be kicking off first two for tonight's matchup.
And yes, definitely confirm Calexico will initiate possession.
All right, here we go.
That was number 10 there, Luis Ricarios, with the kickoff to his backfield. And Calexico kicked the moon ball out front. And they got it back into Calexico territory. And it looks like Saul Aguilar kicked it out. Brawley penetrated the Calexico backfield. And now, after a Calexico deflection, it looks like Brawley's going to have a corner kick. Corner kick is up. Gabriel Morales jumped up and hit a header that deflected off right. And Calexico took over possession as a goalie appears to kick back off. Okay, after the long kick, Calexico gets into Brawley territory. Ricardo Gadinez moved the ball up front, but it was kicked back out by the Brawley defense. Once again, the center attempt was headed out, this time by Wildcat Josuel Torres. Now Brian Fonseca dribble penetrates. The Brawley backfield keeps pressing the Bulldog strikers back and maintaining them at midfield. And the thwarted kick-in attempt by Brawley was kicked back out. Emmanuel Mendoza throws it in from Wildcat territory, and possession is regained by Calexico. Calexico takes a shot on goal there that misses off right. And that was shot by Brandon Galvan, a left-footed roller. The Brawley goalie kicks it out to midfield, or a scramble for possession. Is maintained by Calexico, but they kicked it out. Brawley throws it in just past midfield in Calexico territory. and Ramses Espinosa gets a chance to move the ball ahead, but Calexico kicks it back out. Deflected by Brawley, Calexico gets a throw in. After pressing the ball back toward the midfield, Calexico kicks it back out to Brawley territory, where Brawley will have a throw in.
Looks like it was a change of possession on an offsides there.
Correction, good catch, Kalin. So Brawley kicks off after the offside. And Calexico's Luis Ricarios steals the ball and moves it back in to Brawley territory. And a clear out attempt beats the onside call. And Jesse Nunez took a shot on goal, they flared out off right. And this game so far appears to be a defensive matchup, as very few shots on goal are being had in the one that's are. Oh wait, Brawley gets a breakaway.
And it has been a lot of change of possessions. I mean, it seems like both teams are finding it hard to really control the ball on offense here.
Got a classic contest of tight-fisted defense. Brawley clears the ball out. The Calexico backfielder keeps the ball in bounds to avoid a corner kick for Brawley. Ramses Espinosa gets a steal. He boots it down to Nathan Urbano, who has the ball at the top of the box. And it appears a penalty has been called on Calexico. And Brawley has a free kick here. We'll take this break in action to introduce ourselves. From the Desert Review, Javier Guerrero.
I'm Kalin Turner. Pretty close free kick too. It could be a shot at goal here.
And Manuel Rojas is taking the kick for Brawley. Left-footed, right through the wall and into the back net. Brawley goes up 1-0 at home. Off of the foot of Manuel Rojas. And Calexico immediately begins play. Brawley gets another steal.
Great defensive play by Daniel Buñuelos.
And Calexico threatened, though the ball did not beat the flare, so an offside was called. And Calexico looks to be moving their defenders a bit further back, because they've been victim of breakaways from midfield by the Brawley backfield players. Brawley threatened there, but the ball is kicked out by the Calexico backfield.
Goal kick for Calexico.
And the ball's deflected off Brandon Galvan in Brawley territory. And Gabriel Morales is going to throw it in for Brawley. The overhead throw in. Gets headed back out by Brawley. Calexico. Brawley clears it. Oh, here we go. Calexico looks like they're attacking. Brandon Galvan gets the ball on the left side, and it's cleared out by Brawley. And it was not a corner kick. It was actually out on Calexico, so Brawley clears out. Oh, I believe he got kicked his coverage there. So Calexico just passes back to their goalie, which is Dilther Beltran. And he just missed a streak attempt by Calexico. Calexico clears one out again from midfield, where possession is regained. Oh, and a Bulldog threat.
Must have got the ball there. No penalty called.
Yeah, one more threat was thwarted by the Brawley defense, and a boot center by Calexico finds Emmanuel Mendoza, or I apologize, finds Brandon Galvan on the left side in green pastures, but Calexico was unable to take advantage of the clearance. And the ball rolled back way to the cage.
We'll take a short break too to mention some of our sponsors. We also have the Man Company, OK Rubber Tire Company, Jordan Central Implements, Desert RV, and Brant Beef.
Right on time as the action picks up again off the leg of George Haro, who boots it into midfield. A Calexico header deflects into Calexico territory, where Brawley will get the throw in. And the weather has definitely died down here in Brawley, Imperial County today.
Yeah, we got to enjoy it while we can, huh?
I think we're currently looking at a 87-degree sunny day of soccer. And here comes the Brawley throw-in Calexico territory. And it's cleared out by Calexico.
Brawley will get it back, though. Not for long.
Brawley throws it in, and once again, deflected by Calexico. Brawley's moved their backfield up quite a bit.
Could be a chance here for the Bulldogs.
Yep, which may have been a bad decision because the Bulldogs get a 2-on-2 breakaway from the corner box. Right-footed kick, top of the goal. And that was a score from the right side by Ricardo Gardines. Took advantage.
So they'll take the lead now, 2-1 here for the Bulldogs.
Took advantage of that Brawley miscue on defense. And that counterattack by Calexico found its way to the back of the net. And the Road Dogs take the lead in Wildcat territory. There we go. Brawley seems to have adjusted back to... Oh, wait. Another miscue. Oh, Brawley regained possession. And found a gap in the Calexico defense as
That'll
well.
Stop the play here for a minute. That was a foul by the Bulldogs.
Then the ball sailed long from the free kick attempt. Those are brought from quarter field by BRAWLEY. The Calexico Bulldogs clear it into midfield. And I don't know if Calexico appears to just be countering BRAWLEY's defensive scheme. Every player is on the Calexico side of the field. Now another clear out streak by Calexico, initiated in midfield. Here we go. The BRAWLEY backfield moved up, and the head attempt created an offside situation. So BRAWLEY takes over once again. And Haro goes ahead and kicks it back into Calexico territory. BRAWLEY gets a formidable throw in here on the Calexico side of the field. So Gabriel Morales comes in for the overhead throw in, launches one in, and overthrows his target, but a miscue by Calexico leaves BRAWLEY with possession in top of the box. And Alfredo Valdez just misses a shot from the top of the box. I'd say about an inch or two right off the top crossbar there. Might have been tapped out by the goalie. So we'll see here shortly if it's going to be a corner kick attempt or a throw-in. Yeah, BRAWLEY's going to get the corner kick. So that was a magnificent play by the goalie there to get his hands on the ball. Here comes the corner kick.
Get a clearance by the Bulldogs.
Well, a long shot on goal. A deep one by Nathan Urbano finds the hands of the goalie. And a penalty there by Calexico gives BRAWLEY possession at midfield. Whoa. Wow. George Haro from midfield kicked one nearly into the goal box. Dieter Beltran, the goalkeeper for Calexico, had a two-hand punch it out. A near make there for mid-court. Now Calexico throws in BRAWLEY side of the field. The ball's deflected by BRAWLEY, and Calexico get another throw in. Oh, and Haro there prevents a center throw in from Calexico. Deflects back out to Calexico. And Ricardo Godinez took a shot from the same old spot. Just sailed high and to the left this time. BRAWLEY for another clearance. And the ball is stolen by Calexico.
Great tackle by the Bulldogs to get the possession back.
And now they're moving the ball side to side on the field. Oh, the BRAWLEY goaltender comes way out.
Goal.
And that may have been a big mistake on behalf of BRAWLEY, as Calexico takes advantage of the goalie coming out into deep waters And Luis Ricarios racks one in from the right side to give Calexico a 3-1 advantage. Brawley clears out at midfield. And Brawley throws it in from midfield. The ball stolen by Calexico. Calexico appears to have spread out. And so has Brawley, which appears to be in the favor of Calexico, as the side-to-side lateral movement by the Bulldogs is catching the Brawley midfield and defenders on their heels. Calexico goalie clears it out, and Calexico presses. And the ball sails way out of play. Calexico will get a throw in about quarter court in Wildcat country. Oh, we got a player down. He's rubbing his leg. That looks like it might be a cramp for Brawley. And that may be... No, this time it's Ramses Espinosa. Yeah, Ramses Espinosa had a sit out of play. Looks like a cramp. And Alberto Gonzalez comes in for him. And the center and the big boot by Calexico's Brian Fonseca was deflected out by the Brawley defense. Calexico gets the ball back again and throws in from midfield. Well, Brawley deflects and clears the ball out of play. And although Calexico spread out, they are still attacking.
Yeah, they've definitely been able to control the ball for most of this quarter so far.
You know, for the better half of this period, it seemed even kill. You know, most of the action's happening in midfield. Just these breakaways. Maybe a testament to the defensive zeal of both teams. You know, one mistake and, you know, anything can happen. Brawley gets a chance here to throw in Bulldog territory. And that is Gabriel Morales throwing in. Centers it, headed right back out by Calexico Bulldog defender Daniel Benitez. And he's getting a running start. Here comes the overhead throw in again. Okay, he throws it in. A tap back attempt is stolen by Calexico. And a 2-on-1 breakaway. Calexico defenders keeping up. Brawley defender. Oh, a fake kick by Calexico. Center pass.
Blocked by the goalie.
Brian Fonseca booted a bouncer that had no movement and just went right into the goalie's clutch. And the Wildcats prevented a score. And it looks like it just seems to be a formation issue for Brawley. Or a lure by the Bulldog strategy. Calexico clears it out. Brawley regains possession in Bulldog side of the field. Throw in by the Wildcats. A steal by Calexico. Another flare. Left side of the field. Luis Ricarios blazes down, crosses side to side, and the ball is stolen by the Brawley Wildcats. But possession regained by Calexico. Shuffles the ball around. Comes back, finds midfield.
And that is another goal right there by the Bulldogs. Brando Galvan with a right-footed beamer that went right by the extended hands of the goalie. I don't know if he would have had a chance even if he knew where it was going. That one had some heat on it. And now Brawley finds himself down in a 3-1 hole. They're still pressing, though.
4-1 hole.
Doesn't seem out for him yet.
And Calexico doesn't seem to be taking any plays off. As the pestering defense of the Bulldogs
Yeah, a little too physical there.
gets called there for a penalty as George Harrow kicks off again in the clear out for Brawley in Calexico territory. In the center to the middle of the box is bounced out by the Calexico defense, but possession regained by Brawley. Now the Calexico midfielders are pressing the Brawley forwards, and the ball can't seem to get past Calexico's last line of defense there, as the Bulldogs once again get a steal in a flare out. And this time the ball was just too far out, as offsides was called on Calexico on the flare attempt, and the halftime whistle blows on a 4-1 Calexico advantage at the moment.
Well, this would probably be the best time to thank some of our sponsors here. So we have Carter, Taylor, and Lidco, Clinton Drain, Tile Maintenance, Fry Chapel and Mortuary, Clicka Parker Insurance Company, A&R Construction, Smith Kendall Insurance and Real Estate, One World Beef Packers, and Brownie's Diner in Brawley.
right in the second half of action. This is getting ready to get back going here in Brawley, Ward Field. The matchup between the CALEXICO Bulldogs and the host Brawley Wildcats. We can thank one of our sponsors here before we get going. Desert RV, which is locally owned and operated at 1552 Main Street in Brawley. Call owner Joel Gonzalez at 760-344-9200. Joel and crew, Officer RV Storage and Service. Now offering auto body repair, paint, and full line of truck accessories. And here we go. The ball is rolling once again, and Brawley is off on the attack, trying to dig themselves out of that 4-1 hole. Not quite a shot on goal there for the Wildcats. They did get deep into CALEXICO territory. And Brawley once again pressing forward. Gets a steal in the backfield. Whoa. And a big boot from deep out. Nearly makes it into the top of the goal box there. But a crafty play by the goalkeeper, Dither Beltran, once again gets his mitts on the ball and pushes it out. Maybe even by a fingernail. So Brawley gets a corner kick. Alfredo Valadez setting up for a right-sided kick here on the north side of the field. The ball goes into the center cross box, and Beltran slaps the ball out of play. And the CALEXICO Bulldogs deflect it out. Brawley will get another throw-in. Correction, Brawley deflected it out, so CALEXICO is now on the attack. Another flare attempt for CALEXICO, stopped by Brawley. And a clear out by CALEXICO finds another breakaway for the Bulldogs. But the ball is blocked. Luis Ricarios slipped through the midfield and zipped through the backfield on a one-on-one left-footed dribbler, which was blocked by the goalie. CALEXICO kicks in from the south side of the field. And a nice header attempt was called off due to offsides. Brawley clears out. And the Wildcats regain possession at midfield. Press forward with a diagonal cross. That's pushed out by CALEXICO. And here come the Bulldogs again with the full head of steam. A pass down the sideline streak and a kick off the right foot of Rodolfo Arreano. Sails right. And Brawley kicks off from their own side. It appears the Bulldogs backing up a bit on defense in the prevent, which is opening up gaps for the Brawley midfielders to find holes in the defense. And Calexico finds another flare, but Brawley boots it out. Brandon Galvan gets a throw in for Calexico. Oh, never mind, it's a switch. Ricardo Godinez swaps out and will throw in. From Wildcats side, the throw in is in the center of the box, and a jump head attempt by Daniel Benitez sails high. And Brawley prevents another threat. Here comes the kick by Brawley. As the shadows begin to loom into the field, the Wildcats press, and a missed kick leads to Calexico taking over possession on the Brawley side of the field. Here comes a throw in. Ooh, stolen by Brawley. Some flick kicks and high bouncers. Results in a deflection out of bounds by Brawley. As Calexico throws in a center to the middle of the box, which is pushed out again by the Brawley Wildcats. Now Calexico moves from the south side of the field, and a center kick results in offsides as the Brawley Bulldogs take over possession. Okay, the Brawley goalie clears out. The possession is stolen by Calexico. Another sideline streak by Brawley. Apologize by Calexico. Stopped by the Brawley defender, who utilizes a savvy move there and bounces the ball off Calexico. So Brawley takes over. And the ball's cleared out again by Brawley and stolen at midfield by Calexico. Oh, a little bit too aggressive there by the Bulldogs, as a simultaneous header leads to a penalty. Brawley takes over just on their side of the ring at midfield. Oh, and they find Calexico deep in the box. Brawley presses through as George Harrow attempts a banger from out about quarter field, which results in a deflected ball, and Calexico takes over on possession. As the Bulldogs back tap, kill time. They continue to attempt clear-outs as forwards leak out of the middle and the sidelines for Calexico. Brawley gets a steal, pushes the ball out, and they threaten here in the corner of the box for Calexico, but the ball is kicked out. Just misses the corner kick. So Brawley's throwing in from the corner. Center box throw. And Calexico clears the ball out. Now we have a 3-on-4 counter opportunity for Calexico. Brawley boots the ball back out and Calexico retreats. and utilizes some lateral movement there. A flare attempt was called offsides by Calexico. Brawley appears to be maintaining their possession, and more of those offsides are being called instead of leading into one-on-one or two-on-one opportunities for the Bulldogs. Well, here comes Calexico. I apologize, Brawley. Calexico clears the ball. Bounces it off Brawley and avoids another Wildcat threat. So the Bulldogs get their throw in way back in their own side of the field. Brawley boots one up back to the Calexico side. Oh, two headers by Calexico lead to a 1-on-2. What will Calexico do? Will they push? Yes, they do. They push. The midfielders come up and fill the lanes. It appeared that Brawley had cleared the ball off sides, and yet Calexico took over possession. Attempted a 2-on-1 pass that was not made by the Bulldogs. The score still stands at 4-1 Calexico at the 11 or 51-minute mark of the contest. Brawley goes to throw the ball in. And Calexico clears out another outlet pass attempt. But the Brawley goalkeeper was not fooled and came out and caught the ball. As the Brawley Wildcats pushed the ball in an attempt to cut the margin, Calexico knows that time's winding down and are beginning to back tap and side pass among the midfield and backfield to just chew on that time of possession. Ooh, Brawley turns the ball over at midfield. Calexico gets a throw in. And a clear out by Calexico leads to a threat. And the fifth goal of the game by the Bulldogs. Off of the foot of Ricardo Godinez, who just outran the midfield, the backfield, and had one man to beat, which was the goalie, as the ball found the back of the net. So now it's a 5-1 game. At the 53-minute mark. Another clear out is had by Calexico, and once again Ricardo Godinez again and again finds the back of the net to make it a 6-1 game. Yeah, the Brawley Wildcats can't seem to figure out that trap attempt that the Bulldogs appear to have mastered here in Brawley tonight. And let's take some time to read some disclaimers and thank a couple more of our sponsors. Oh, hold on. There's another break in action as Godinez gets another attempt. But the attempt is thwarted by the Brawley defense. Broadcasting rights to this BUHS contest have been granted to the Desert Review by Brawley Union High School District and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the production without the express written consent of the Brawley Union High School District is prohibited. And looks like Brawley has another threat attempt that is kicked out by CALEXICO. And now all the shadows drape over the field here in Brawley. So the ball's cleared out by CALEXICO. CALEXICO threatens again. Move the ball side to side with the shot to the top box. Godinez just slips through but does not get his handle on the ball.
Yeah, it looks like it was just out of reach there for him. It'll be a goal kick for Brawley. Looks like the Bulldogs will take over on possession, though. They're slowly working their way up the field here. Trying to set something up.
Godinez once again gets about the top of the box. Can he do more damage? Fancy footwork up there leads to a back tap pass.
Brawley's defense is holding strong back there, though.
And that ball was flicked out by Gabriel Morales. He's been all over the place. And CALEXICO will get a corner kick attempt from the north side of the field. And Jesse Nunez is loading up here for the Bulldogs. It's a right-footed bender.
Right to the goalkeeper there for Brawley.
Brawley boots a bomb. But the ball falls right into possession of CALEXICO.
Here they go for another chance.
Boom! And that was not offsides.
That was a clean goal there.
Luis Ricarios outran the defense, but did it in a way so to avoid the offsides, as this lead has ballooned to 7-1 for the Road Dogs from CALEXICO. What's happening here is the back line for Brawley the back line for Brawley is getting lured in to these flares that appear to be offsides. And
the Bulldog speed may be overwhelming them just a little bit here, too.
You know, the Bulldogs forward's ability to pace the Brawley defenders is uncanny, and that's what's leading, to this 7-1 lead here. CALEXICO gets the ball. Brawley midfield. They press forward.
Pass into the box. And that'll be another goal right there.
Well, the Bulldogs appear to be running away with it now that it's 8-1. Ricardo Cruz gets in on the action for the Bulldogs at the 70-minute mark of the second half. Got about 20 minutes to go of IVL action here in Brawley. Let's see if the Wildcats can pull off some magic. I mean, every time CALEXICO tries to clear out the ball for time, they find the foot of an outlet. And Brawley's back line is a lateral.
Pass just wide there, falling in the hands of Brawley's goalie.
At CALEXICO's takeoff time at the point of contact from their midfield and backfield center attempts are just right on cue. They appear to be offsides, but they're not.
And here goes again.
Another breakaway for CALEXICO.
Ooh, shot just high there.
That was a nice job by the Brawley goalie to slide in there and tap it just to throw off. Just to throw off an apparent no-doubter there. And CALEXICO must, those boys are in shape. Their benches.
They definitely want
tiny.
it. They're not stopping their attack here.
And by tiny, I mean numerically. They don't rotate many players. And they've been going 100% all night, or all afternoon.
Here we go. Let's see if they try to put it in the box here.
CALEXICO initiates another free kick. Ooh, and a header attempt by Alan Agramont. Finds the hands of the goalie. And here comes Gabriel Morales, the utility man, penetrating CALEXICO territory. Couldn't do it on his own. CALEXICO cleared the ball out. But Brawley has another shot. This is, I believe, Brandon Reese throwing it in, which is a center, headed out by CALEXICO. And then a flare attempt boot is pumped back into play by Brawley. Oh, CALEXICO regains possession at midfield. And they have
He gets behind
a
the
lane
defense.
filled.
Nice save there by the Brawley's goalie.
Wow, decided to keep the ball there. And Brawley prevented number 9. And CALEXICO, maybe just for a few minutes there, at the beginning of the second half, may have been attempting to kill time, but since then they have not relented. And another scoring threat from CALEXICO is in the making. A center pass.
He looks to be
Finds his
offside.
man. Right on stride. No offsides.
No offsides there.
No offsides. Luis Ricarios with the left-footed bomb right into the goal. Now we're at 9-1.
And what patience by the Bulldogs there to really find their openings, making the passes they need, and it's really showing out here today.
So now we're at the 75-minute mark of the game. And here
Brawley
comes
still looking to attack.
the Wildcats get a threat attempt there in the box. Deflected out by Calexico.
That'll be a little too much there for the Bulldogs. That'll be a penalty in the Wildcats' favor there. Be a free kick.
It's going to be George Haros who's going to take advantage of a free kick opportunity here from the south side of the southwest side of Warrenfield here in Brawley. And the whistle's up. Here comes the kick.
A little too far out.
Scolded it. So Calexico will take possession. A free kick.
Yeah, here comes the goal kick right now for the Bulldogs. See where they place it.
Calexico gets the ball with momentum.
Pass out wide. Little too hard of a touch there. It'll be cleared by Brawley.
That may be a formula to prevent the attack, as this time the Brawley goalie drew out more as opposed to being on the back of his heels and trying to anticipate the shot on goal. This time he just went out and got it and took it. Brawley throws it in. Calexico. Deflection leads to another shot on goal by Calexico. Take
Now,
this
is that
time.
going to a corner? Yeah, so it must have been deflected there by the Wildcats, so it'll be a corner for the Bulldogs.
Oh, wow, good catch. Yes, indeed. So Calexico corner kick again. The ball's up. Deep out.
That'll be caught by the goalie there. Not too difficult of a save. But they are not done.
Calexico continues to press.
That'll be a throw-in.
And a miscue there by Brawley will give Calexico the ball back there. I'll take this time to thank another one of our sponsors, Ojeda Industries. Holy cow. You have been to the new ag business in Brawley? Tony and Travis Ojeda are down on the corner of Best Road and Jones across from the airport. Ojeda Industries has heavy-duty hubs, spindles, and trailer parts. They have American roller chain and all sorts of bearings. Of course, they have a complete line of hydraulic hoses and adapters in both standard and metric. You know Tony and Travis Ojeda, so stop by and see them.
And back to the action here. It looks like the Wildcats might be able to make an offensive press here.
And there goes Morales, one step away from causing more ruckus there for Calexico. It's just been that kind of night for the Bulldogs. For the Wildcats.
They'll get the benefit of that one, though. It looks like a free kick. Definitely arrange to put it in the box here to make something happen.
An Ivy outplay, especially when it comes to, to teams with big traditions such as Brawley and Calexico, that's all it takes. And the free kick for Brawley results in a steal by Calexico.
Let's see if they can keep it, and they will.
And it looks like the steal turned into a counter. And there we go. There we go once again. Brawley Wildcat came out deep. Brawley goalie came out deep and just took the ball as opposed to sitting back. Oh, Morales got into a little threat there again for the Brawley Wildcats. And almost took advantage of a miscue. But Calexico was able to keep the ball and clear it. It looks like it's just a two-man striker attack for the Bulldogs at this point. And here's another press by Calexico. Cleared right into the goalie and into his gloves. Calexico would be wise to keep their eye on Morales. He's looking to do some damage right there. He's not giving up.
He's looking for his
Wildcats. And the Brawley defense loses balance as it appears their legs might be a little bit shot. They've been running side to side a lot and had a few wind sprint drills trying to keep up with those outlets by Calexico. Morales gets the ball again in Calexico territory. But the Bulldogs boot the ball back out of play. So for the Wildcats, Alfredo Valadez will be throwing in Calexico territory. Finds Morales. Oh, Morales puts a center right on cue, but hands were called. Calexico will get the ball again. I think we're down to less than 10 minutes to play here. I believe we're in the 82-minute mark. As the lights come on now and the sun has set.
So let's hear some more from our sponsors here from the Man Company. The Man Company in Brawley proudly acknowledges the salutes the men and women of our military, law enforcement, medical responders, and firefighters for jobs well done. The Man Company offers the complete line of quality Shell lubricant, motor oil, grease, and gear oils. You'll find the quality you need at the Man Company in Brawley. Phone number 760-344-1313. Go Brawley Wildcats. From the Man Company, located at 1313 Main Street in Brawley.
And getting back to the action here, Julio Morales for Calexico has a free kick opportunity deep into Brawley Wildcat territory.
They'll definitely have a chance here.
Everybody's lined up at the top of the box, but the center is headed out and deflected by the Brawley Wildcats.
Brawley pushing forward.
A nice dribble juke right there. Sees a
He gets behind the
2v2.
defenders.
Calexico outran the Brawley outlet, but kicked the ball out of bounds as Brawley regained possession and attempted a quick throw-in. And some back and forth activity here as the ball can't find its place. Now Calexico chips one up, and a rollback roller finds the foot of the goalie, who clears way into three-quarter court of his own side of the field to boot one out. Here comes Brawley again with another attack attempt. And Morales gets a clear shot.
Right at the goalie.
Man, from the top of the box. I'd say about 30 yards out, a bender laser right into the chest of the Calexico goalkeeper. The moon ball rolls back all the way to the Brawley goalie, who sets one back off into Calexico territory for another Brawley threat. Here come the Wildcats. Calexico's defenders, they get a cleat on the ball, they get a shin guard on the ball, and
Nice move there by the Wildcats.
Brawley turns the ball over. Calexico. Calexico gets the ball in Brawley territory. And about 3 student athletes right there fall on the ball, get back up. Calexico has it as the ball rolls out of bounds. And Brawley takes over.
Yes, that will be a throw for the Wildcats. Goes right back to the Bulldogs, though. See if they can do something here. Long shot right to the goalie there.
And whatever Calexico's doing, they're just putting some oomph on the ball. Trying to get it out. As about 4 minutes of play remain in the contest.
Another penalty there, looks like that'll be on the Wildcats for a free kick Bulldogs.
And this is going to be Jesse Nunez with the free kick for the Bulldogs.
Almost a chance there.
And a savvy duck play attempt nearly found its way to the goal. Calexico threatens again. Now starting to share the wealth a bit. They're backing up.
Offsides there on the Bulldogs. Just a little bit too fast. Maybe a second or two and he would have been on sides.
Better late than never, but the Wildcats appear to be keeping their possession there and avoiding that breakaway that was just so detrimental this evening for them.
Just real fast change of possessions, huh?
And a penalty on Calexico gives Brawley possession at midfield. And Brawley gets a throw in. And turns it over. And Calexico, no, on their own, Brawley side of the field. Calexico throws in. And I think we're in the last minute here. Extra time might be coming up. So Josuel Torres with the kick clearance finds the foot of Calexico Bulldog. who capitalizes on some open space.
That'll be closed out. Oh,
Wow.
or maybe not. Look at that.
Who is that? Number 2, Miguel Ruiz. Took it upon himself to pester the Brawley defense. And now Calexico's got one last chance. The center's in. And it was not offsides.
Just too heavy of a touch there, out of reach. And that'll do it here for us tonight.
The final whistle is blown on a 9-1 final victory by the Calexico Bulldogs against the Brawley Wildcats on the road.
And just a reminder, the broadcasting rights to the BUHS contest has been granted to the Desert Review by the Brawley Union High School District and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the production without the express written consent of the Brawley Union High School District is prohibited.
And so signing off for the Desert Review is the voices of the night, Javier Guerrero
And Kalin Turner, thank you guys.